Good afternoon, Dr. Hixon. I'm Daniel Bartlett for my summer 2011 internship, and this is Camp War Eagle. We're in Eagle Arena right now, which is the main site for a lot of the events we do here at camp, like tribal initiation and a lot of our fire-ups involving tribal comp. And I brought you here to show you this because this is where I did a lot of my evaluating for my special project. This is also where we come for a lot of rainy days. Rain and lightning we take really seriously here at camp for the kids' safety. So we come in here to do things such as dodgeball and bombardment, a lot of different games involving things we can do in a gymnasium. So I'll take you throughout camp, and this is the first side of many. Hi, Dr. Hixon. This is Daniel again. This is the ropes course here. Here we do a lot of challenge by choice activities for the kids to where they can get outside their comfort zone and explore the fear of heights and just try something they don't usually get to do. Here we have the Eagle Mountain, which is our rock climbing wall. A lot of rope. We certify all of our counselors in ropes course if that's what they choose, and then they belay, they work the zip line, they work Eagle Mountain, various areas of the ropes course. Over here we have the BIA, which stands for the Basic Intermediate Advanced course. It's just a ropes course for different levels of skills for the kids, and so they get to come here and try things they don't usually get to do at home and just be active. So next will be the pools. And we're back, Dr. Hixon. This is the swimming pools. We have a check-in system over here, and that allows for us to check in each camper so we know who is here and who isn't, so that we know if someone's missing. We have the shallow end over here, and then over here we have the deep end. It's just for different skill levels, also for different tribal comp activities. For instance, we have water polo and water basketball over here, and for the younger kids we just have water basketball over here for tribal competition. We do a lot of things here at the pool, such as edge swim. I spoke to you in my report about edge. Every day go extreme. Edge swim, kids aren't allowed to touch the sides or the bottom. They must remain constantly moving. It just allows for a lot more physical activity, and it's 20 minutes of physical activity per day so that they can learn that it's easy to be physically active and it's fun. And we'll come right over here and I'll show you the craft center. This is the craft center. Karen Odell is our director of the craft center. She does a very great job. She lets kids work with wood, tie-dye, shrinky dinks, ceramics, pottery, depending on their skill level, just to kind of do some arts and crafts while they're here at camp, things they can't do other places. It's a really fun spot. A lot of kids, that's their favorite spot at camp, is the craft center. So that's that. And next we'll stop by the Cove and we'll show you what's really original at Camp War Eagle. Dr. Hixon, this is the Cove. Here we have a lot of fun activities that are unique to Camp War Eagle, and it's a lot of the campers' favorite areas. We have the blobs here, some water trampolines, trapeze swing, the water log, and people call it the wedgie, but it's just a really fast slide. The water is filtered and it is clear, even though it does not look clear and it looks dirty. One of the camp myths is the Cove monster. Apparently he lives in here and eats kids that don't wear their life jackets. It's really fun for the kids and they love it. There's a lot of safety restrictions here at the Cove. For instance, the weight restrictions on the blobs so that we don't blob anybody too high to risk injury of their neck. A lot of safety restrictions about too many people on the water log at once. It's a really fun spot. It's not much different than any like Camp Ozark that has it, but it is a lot of fun and campers' favorite part of the day. Okay, Dr. Hixon, this is the Zone. It's another basketball arena that we have here at camp to complement Eagle Arena. However, this is called the Zone because it's usually used for our special events. Sometimes we have some tribal competition activities, and it's also used for our rainy day schedule as well for bombardment and dodgeball and such, kind of a camp famous game for Plan Bs. We use all of our special events here usually, Western Nights here, Masquerade Madness, Back to the Future, Planet Eagle and Totally Eagle are both here. It's just a really good open area for us to set up some games and activities for the kids, and to have and they're all built with music systems, so it helps us to get the party going. So this is the Zone, and next we'll move to the skate park. Now we're at the skate park. One thing that's also unique to Camp War Eagle is we have our very own skate park. We deal with a lot of skaters come into camp and they don't find that they have very many activities because it's all sports here at camp. So we build our very own skate park here. There's a lot of rules and regulations that go with it as far as padding and level of tricks you can try. You have to show that you do have the skills to attempt them before you can just go and fly in off of the vert, So also here on the other side we have the hockey rink. This is a lot for our field hockey, and it's used for tribal competition usually. Sometimes the younger kids play soccer here as well, but that's more rare. Hi, Dr. Hixon. Here today we're at the Nature Center. It's down on the southern part of camp. It's very unique to camp. It's in our mission statement that we explain some of the elements of nature to the kids and actually teach them something while they're here. And it's not all just fun and games. They do learn things. For instance, they learn how to build a fire, they learn how to put up a tent, and they learn the principle of leave no trace, a principle about camping and about not harming nature while you're just having some fun. So over here we do have the Nature Center. They also learn about a lot of different animals, safety around those animals. They learn about plants, the trees, and a lot of different things there. It's for all ages. They have different classes that teach different principles based on their education level and age level. Over here, another part of the Nature Center is we have the barn. Over there they learn about pastimes, and they learn about the way the settlers got around back in the day and the way they made their food, and so that they know that food does just come from somewhere and it doesn't just come from the freezers at Walmart. So it's really good and educational for the kids. Also at the barn you can see that fenced in area over there, and we have that's where we have the pig chase on Western night. It's a lot of fun for the kids. It's one of the most popular events. We also have riflery over there, and it's just a very fun time for the kids down here. It's really cool and unique to Camp War Eagle. It's not kind of what separates us from just an old summer camp, more of an education level. And now we're at the lake dock. This is another one of the campers' favorite spots. The only downside of this is it takes a long time. Usually when we take you out on a boat, we don't take you on like a 5-minute ride. They take you on about an hour-long ride, and you get to go out and tube or wakeboard or water ski, do some slalom. It's just a lot of fun to do things here at camp that you don't get to do other spots, so that's why they do some extreme water sports. They also have lake days where kids come down and spend the entire morning. A lot of times that's for the older campers, but it is a lot of fun and they really enjoy it. It's always permitted. You have to wear a life jacket here at the lake just for safety. And also at the dock we have rowboats, and we have the Shark. That's really a big legend here at camp, is ride the water shark. It's just a huge tube you pull behind a boat, and like 6 people are on it, and it's just a lot of fun. The kids really like it down here. On the weekends during halftime we do have lessons and day trips where kids get to come down here and learn how to water ski or wakeboard rather than just going out and do it. The lake crew actually teach that to them and give them some instruction. So this is the lake, and back there you can see the lake dock. We have 6 boats, 1 pontoon boat and a jet ski. The jet ski is only for top staff though. It's strictly for emergency and equipment use. So this is the lake dock. It's on the very end of the peninsula, the southern part of camp. It's a really great time and it's a lot of fun. And here we're at the fields. They're called the ABC fields for field A, B, and C. These are big for tribal competition. There's games here every day, whether it's soccer, handball, ultimate ball. On the far field we have flicker ball. It's just a camp appropriate game. It's basically tribal comp fields, but we do have special events here sometimes. Red, white, and blue is here, as well as Christmas countdown. Back on the other side you can see the multi-purpose courts. There's 2 tennis courts as well as a basketball court. The tennis courts also, you can play long ways instead of short ways, and they play soccer on the courts sometimes for younger kids. Just kind of like court soccer, just a different game, a different element. It's a lot of fun. Here at the fields, they're used a lot during mishmash, or the main use for them though is tribal comp. It's a lot of fun. Kids like it. They're well kept. Our maintenance does a really great job of mowing them and keeping them at a very safe and beautiful distance. Back here in the corner over here you can see is where we always launch our fireworks off on Red, White, and Blue Day. We have a huge fireworks show right over this field, and it's beautiful. It's a great time here at camp, and this is one of the prettier parts of camp. Here we're at the final spot of camp. It's at the very front of camp. We have the canoe pond right here. It's just kind of a, not a very clean site, but it's the opening site of camp. Behind me you can see the amphitheater, where we have the morning show every year, and also every session. That's where the morning show is held to give campers a preview of what's coming up that day. There's a special event teaser, and there's previews of the Edge event and the tournaments for that day. Back behind the amp you can see the health center. Every session, every camper has to come in and prove that they've done a physical and that they are physically able to go through the rigorous schedule of camp and prove that they are healthy. Also, back in the very top, at the top of the hill, you should be able to see the chow hall. That's where we eat all our meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Campers eat all in one mess hall, and it's all prepared by a guy named Bear. He's our chow hall director. Really great guy. If you look back here, you can see the boys' cabin area. This is where the boys' cabins are, and they sleep. Girls are not allowed there, but all the boys' counselors and boy campers stay there at night. That's also where we take naps during rest period, and we have our devotionals there at night. Over here you can see the girls' cabin area. It's the same for all the ladies. It's up the hill and through the woods. You can see that it is separated by the canoe pond because boys aren't allowed in the girls' cabin area and girls aren't allowed in the boys, just for safety and protection issues. Also, we have behind you, we have the office. The office is where every camper comes to check in on opening day and to prove that they have paid and that they are up to date on their scholarship and to make sure that they have all the necessary paperwork. That's also where we do a lot of the scheduling, and it's where top staff, council leadership, and permanent staff have a lot of their meetings throughout the session. So that was camp in a nutshell. Dr. Hixon, I look forward to seeing you and look forward to you observing me. This was your tour of camp and to show you what we do here at camp and where everything happens and what goes on. So this is Camp War Eagle. I really enjoyed my internship and I feel like I very much benefited from it. If you have any more questions, you can let me know. Thank you, Dr. Hixon.